Why won't God just tell you? You've asked this question at 3 a.m., tears soaking your pillow, begging heaven for answers. Explain the pain, explain the delay, explain the loss. But all you hear back is silence. That silence feels like punishment, like abandonment, like maybe you did something wrong. But hear me clearly, you're not weak for asking. You're not broken for wanting clarity. What if the silence you've been fighting isn't rejection at all? What if it's mercy? What if God is hiding answers because revealing them too soon would crush you, not heal you? Don't scroll away yet. What I'm about to share might be the exact reason you found this video today. I'm going to give you 4 reasons God hasn't explained himself to you yet. And number 3 might change everything you believe about his silence. This one's for you. You're not crazy for wanting answers. You're not faithless for asking why. Your questions prove something beautiful. You're still reaching for God, not walking away from him. Some people told you to just have faith. Stop asking, stay quiet. But scripture tells a different story. David cried out in Psalm 13, "How long, O Lord, will you forget me forever?" Job demanded answers when his world collapsed. You're in holy company. Maybe you lost someone and God said nothing. Maybe a door slammed shut without explanation. Maybe you're still waiting and heaven still feels silent. That kind of quiet can drain you, make you feel unseen, exhausted, forgotten. But God is not offended by your questions. He is not distant from your confusion. Here's what most people miss about these moments of silence. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Some answers would break you. Some truths would crush you. Some revelations would undo the very faith you are trying to protect. God is not withholding explanations to be cruel. He's withholding them to be kind. Jesus said to his own disciples in John 16:12, "I have much more to say to you, more than you can now bear." Even they weren't told everything. Think about this. A 6-year-old asks why mom is crying, why bills are stacked on the table, why the house feels heavy. A loving parent doesn't explain cancer diagnoses or a financial collapse to a child, not because they don't love the child, but because they do. God knows the weight of certain answers would overwhelm you right now. You've been treating his silence as rejection, but what if it's protection? What if it's mercy? Instead of praying, "Why won't you tell me?" try praying, "Lord, prepare me for when you do." Some answers would break you, and that's exactly why he's holding them back. If God explained everything up front, you wouldn't be obeying him. You'd be obeying your own logic. And there's a difference. Hebrews 11:8 says Abraham obeyed and went, even though he did not know where he was going. No GPS, no 5-year plan, no guarantees, just a voice saying, "Go," and a heart willing to trust it. God knew something crucial. If Abraham saw the full blueprint, he'd follow the plan instead of following God. Silence protected Abraham's obedience, and it's protecting yours too. What if your confusion isn't a bug in God's system? What if it's a feature? What if not knowing is the very thing qualifying you for what's next? You don't want a God you can fully understand. You want a God you can fully trust. Write this down. Obedience without explanation is the highest form of trust. You thought God was hiding from you, but what if he's been inviting you to come closer? Proverbs 25:2 says, "It is the glory of God to conceal a matter." Read that again. It's his glory. Concealment isn't cruelty, it's invitation. There's a difference between a God who is absent and a God who is inviting pursuit. Your deepest relationships weren't built because you had all the answers. They were built because you stayed present in the questions. God's silence isn't pushing you away, it's drawing you in. He conceals so you'll seek. He hides so you'll pursue. And in that pursuit, intimacy is formed. You're not being abandoned. You're being honored. This is sacred ground you're standing on. This week, instead of asking God for answers, ask for his presence. Sit with him. Breathe with him. Watch what shifts when you stop demanding explanations and start receiving closeness. You're not ready for the full picture yet. And that's not an insult. That's mercy. Isaiah 55 reminds us that God's thoughts are higher, his ways beyond ours. You're asking for the blueprint while he's still laying the foundation. You want the ending, but he's still writing the middle. Think about a butterfly. If you cut open the cocoon early to help it escape, you don't help it, you kill it. Some transformations require darkness. Some becoming requires not seeing. Maybe you're in a cocoon season right now. Maybe the dark isn't a grave. Maybe it's a womb. God knows if He showed you everything too soon, it would overwhelm you, mislead you, make you move too fast. Patience isn't punishment. It's preparation. Stop trying to peek at the ending. Let God finish His work in the hidden place. His ways are higher. And that's not dismissive. That's comforting. Now let me tell you who you really are in this season. Because you may have forgotten, you are not forgotten. You are being formed. You are not abandoned, not punished, not behind, not overlooked. You are chosen. You are preserved. You are hidden but not lost. You are in process but not delayed. Hear me clearly. God trusts you enough to not explain Himself. That is not cruelty. That dishonor. Weak vessels get explanations. Trusted sons and daughters get invitations to walk by faith. Philippians 1-6 says, "He who began a good work in you will carry it to completion." God does not start what He does not intend to finish. Even in silence, He is shaping you, strengthening you, preparing you. Let this settle deep in your spirit. You are not defined by confusion. You are defined by calling. One day, you will look back at this season and realize it wasn't wasted. Romans 8:28 promises God works all things together for good for those who love Him and are called according to His purpose. One day you'll hold the very thing you're crying for now, and you'll see it clearly. The silence was preparation, the waiting was protection, the confusion was construction. What feels empty now will make sense later. What hurts now will testify later. If this message reached your heart today, type "I trust" your silence in the comments. Let's stand in agreement together. You're not believing alone, and if you need more messages like this, subscribe and stay connected. You didn't find this video by accident, and neither is what God is preparing for you next. Let me bless you before you go. May the God of mystery become your peace tonight. May His silence become your sanctuary. May you rest in what you cannot see and wake up tomorrow knowing you are held, you are known, and you are right on time. Amen. His silence is not His absence. It is His mercy. Always